Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, what's up, guys? Just playing, the story. Um, Heading towards the final. I think I'm nearing towards the end of the game, really. Um, I've been playing on like World Tier 7.
What do we have here? Zahidi, I found some more writing from Monroy's people. I think we must be approaching their colony. It seems Monroy didn't believe the Pax were so peaceful. When their tech started getting fried, they suspected the Pax were trying to sabotage them. Then, just as the storm was brewing up, they caught the Pax doing one of their obelisk rituals.
Did Monroy think the Pax were causing the storm?
I thought the same thing when I first saw August in those ruins in the forest.
Monroy ordered his soldiers to stop them. It was on that day that Dr. Indira recorded the first Pax deaths.
Please collect all the writing you can find for me. Perhaps we can learn the story.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've just been playing on the highest world tier, and in terms of progressing in the story and completing the game faster, that's a mistake. You know, I wanted to complete the story, and then before I started making build videos and stuff like that. But you're better off playing on lower world tier settings, because the gear you get, legendary or epic, you're gonna out level it anyways. So you better off getting to end game max level, and you know. So yeah, that's the problem I did. So now I'm just trying to get to end game as fast as I can, because any weapons I get now, they're gonna become too low level anyway. And the way the crafting system in this game works, it's not really, they don't really incentivize you to level up your gear. And I don't think you can take your gear to end game levels with upgrades, or if you can't do that, it's extremely expensive. It's not even worth it. You're better off just taking a regular gear, a regular blue gear or common gear at end game, and then upgrading that to epic or legendary. That you're better off doing that than actually taking lower level gear higher. It's insane. But just hoping they address this kind of stuff towards the end of the game. I mean, in future updates and stuff like that. But yeah, so far enjoying the game. It's great. It's amazing. As well as putting it on a lower tier, you will just mow through the enemies, and you know, and some of the bosses. Complete the game faster. Get the end game. Get to the end game quicker. But yeah, I love this perk. I think it's called Phantom Dash. It's amazing. Basically, it replaces your regular roll with that dash, basically, and you can dash through enemies. I don't think you can dash through cover. No, you can't dash through cover, but like if you're swarmed with enemies, you can dash right through them. You know, it's very convenient. And I'm running some other perks as well, some other crazy perks. You know. So I can show you my build.
After the first big storms burned out most of their tech, sounds like Monroy got furious. He demanded explanations from the Pax and access to their power.
I'll show you my build. Let me just explore here real quick.
They offered everything they could.
Let me know how the audio sounds.
Probably this city. The place we discovered.
I love this dash. And I'll make a video explaining how the modding system works in depth. 16 weapons, still have gear. So the current setup I'm using is critical shots, build up, stacking effects, giving you basically increases your damage with your weapons, and using my skills, basically do an AOE damage to all the enemies around you within 5 meters. You do 1,600, 800. It scales with your armor power, so the stronger your armor, the more that will do. So yeah, every time I use a skill, I do AOE damage. Since I'm playing a tank and I like to be in the middle of enemies, it's quite useful. On my chest piece, Golem, that's just a regular tier 1 perk for my class. But the second perk down there, aiming down sights and killing enemies, increases my armor. Stacks up to 3 times, up to 10 seconds. So I get a crazy armor boost being in the middle of enemies. Very helpful. And then your health drops to below 30%. My cooldowns are basically halved. And this one just increases weapon damage and gives me Golem shield, basically increasing my survivability for 4 seconds. It's just like prevents you taking massive damage, and it works on all classes. And then this one, every 6 seconds I do AOE damage, as well as the Phantom Dash. So these are all perks pretty much that can be, shared amongst all classes. And then I just found this with these perks, critical shots don't consume ammo, Brain Eater, and Killing Spree, increased damage after getting kills. I think that's how it works. Bonus deteriorates with time and stacks up to 3 kills. So yeah, I'm guessing that will be up to 75% damage increase, which is nuts. And this one entangles, Death Chains entangles enemies, dealing 4,000 damage over 3 seconds. And 2 second duration. And then my favorite perk is Vulnerable. Basically increases damage from all sources to that enemy. You'll notice the enemy will glow purple. They'll kind of glow red, like when you've applied Vulnerable. So that's what that is. And my sidearm, I don't really use this, but it inflicts slow on enemies you damaged, and killing shots generate health. I don't really use my sidearms at all. Yeah, and I'm using Golem. My class is Devastated Golem, and as well as I think it's called Seismic Charge. It recovers enemies' health, and it drains enemies' health. See? And I'm using Endless Mass. It sucks enemies into, basically, to the enemy you. I just want to see how much health it heals. Whoa, that heals, that's insane. It heals like almost all my health. I didn't know how strong that perk was, so let's see how much damage he does. That's insane. It heals pretty much all my health. That's crazy. This will be very good for my for classes that are very squishy. That's insane. So you can get some crazy builds in this game. There you see, you've seen him glow red. That was Vulnerable being applied. I like to run ahead and let the enemies group up. And I'm using automatic shotgun. Devastator's got a crazy amount of armor. That's why I'm maining this class. But I want to try the next class I'm going to main. I'm going to try. So I just do damage every 6 seconds. You see, you just killed him. AOE damage, and your skills do damage as well. Every time I activate a skill, it does damage. As well as your melee. Your melee is considered a skill. So if you just want to spam your melee button while you're in the middle of enemies, that works as well. So what I do is like I'll spam a skill, do the melee as well, and that explosion triggers pretty much every time. It's insane. And I don't really worry about gear I'm collecting. Like, you know, when enemies drop gear, I just ignore it pretty much, because if you didn't know, if you press down on the D-pad, it basically collects everything that's been dropped on the floor. That includes mining materials. It doesn't include armor. I mean ammo. So you might want to run over. Let's see if it. I don't think it includes ammo. Nope, doesn't include ammo. So ammo, you gotta run over ammo to pick it up. But everything else, like mined materials and weapons, picks it up.
There are countless cages here. They're filled with skeletons. They look like pack skeletons.
Like, these enemies love to swarm you. So, like, if you see, if I just dash right through them. Because normally you can't roll past them. And you can get basically trapped, cornered, you know. And then, especially on higher difficulties, you end up getting more than you bargained for, you know. Get killed, trapped in a corner. But with this Phantom Dash, you literally don't have to worry about that, which I really appreciate. I think I'm gonna spec it onto all my characters. It's pretty good. Just exploring for any loot. Don't really care about being trapped, because normally with a normal dash I'd be trapped right now, because with Phantom Dash, there we go, I just escaped. So it's definitely a perk worth looking for. Look at the vendors. Once you get like pretty far into the story, the vendors will start selling, you know, epic gear. And once you get to the end game, I'm pretty sure they'll start selling legendary gears as well. So you can just buy them. And dismantle them for the perks, or if they're good enough to your liking, definitely keep them. So yeah. There we go, that Brain Eater perk. Every time you see a yellow thing, numbers, you're doing criticals, and it doesn't take any bullets, basically, if you got the brain meter perk.
After they'd executed the Pack's leaders, Monroy's people started moving into the city.
So I just press down on the D-pad and auto collect all that loot.
Forcing them to work for them, to serve them.
In other words, they made them.
And make sure you sell all your gear that you don't need, because you're gonna need all the scrap you need to buy all these weapons.
There's no excuse for enslaving another race.
This is just a side quest. I will return back to it.
There's gotta be hundreds of dead Packs here, executed, piled up. This whole city is a mass grave.
Monroy's people, they did this.
I think it's getting real clear who the Packs were scared of, who they changed themselves into pharaohs to protect themselves from.
Just exploring the outskirts of the map. Seeing if there's any loot. Any loot crates. Not even paying attention to the enemies. Did I just teleport? What the heck? Oh, he can teleport me. Cool. Yeah, that enemy can do that. The automatic shotgun is hands down the best weapon in the game. That's not a legendary, like, of course. Like, I'm sure there's legendaries which are more powerful, but just the archetype. And people are complaining, like, you know, of the ammo. Yeah, I felt like shotguns, they don't have that much ammo as well, but it's just balancing reasons, I suppose, you know. I get it, you know, they have 60 bullets because they can do insane damage.
This place, it was a slave market. Seems like they got hit by the worst storm yet. Hundreds died, humans and Packs. Some of the obelisks were damaged too, so whatever the Packs once were doing to control the storms, they couldn't do it anymore. He feared an uprising, losing control as Packs started to abandon the city. Nikolai Galyatkin, Monroy made him general and put him in charge of weapons production.
No doubt the same weapons the pharaohs used against them later.
Monroy. This palace is covered with flags, all with... It's gotta be his face. He made himself king of the Packs.
A king?
A tyrant.
Whoa, 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 what's attacking me? That's so satisfying. Being able to just escape melee enemies. He's a real boss. That's interesting. The epics show on the map as well. If you look at the top left.
Courtyard's clear. Monroy was sending out raids to hunt down the fleeing packs. And that's when the uprising he predicted finally found him. But it wasn't the packs. At least, he expected.
The Pharaohs. He never saw them coming.
But Monroy didn't retreat. That asshole dug in out there, in the desert, and tried to track them down where they were coming from. That's when he found the canyon and the great obelisk. He finally understood there who the Pharaohs were. But that's when he got word that the city was under attack.
And so it was. The beginning of the end.
Found Dr. Indira's last journal.
How do you know?
Because she wrote it just before getting executed. By Monroy. She tried to broker a truce with the Pax, thinking she could stop the Ferals if she surrendered Monroy to them. Made it to the top. Palace is clear.
What do you see?
You better come up here and see for yourself.
This Monroy was a madman. Hey, there's a ship!
Is that... the Caravel?
That's not possible. The Caravel never left. Its engines exploded. Tens of thousands died.
Then what the hell are we looking at?
The source of the fucking signal. Monroy's signal. There's no place beyond the storm. It's coming from in there, protected from the anomaly, just like the uplink in your goddamn briefcase.
I don't fucking understand.
Neither do I. It doesn't make any sense. Everyone saw the Caravel explode during its construction. Even if the people left on Earth were able to rebuild the ship, they left after us. We were the first. Nevertheless, what's certain is that Monroy enslaved August's people. He butchered them, and they turned. They mutated into savages willingly, so they could fight back.
I'm done with all this. Whatever's waiting for you on that ship, I want no part of it.
Tiago, you can't leave us now.
I thought you weren't a deserter.
What they did to August's people. What our people did to August, don't you see? Thank you for letting me walk a ways with you.
We're going to finish this. We're finding a way into the Caravel.
This is it now. That ship, the signal, the garden. I'm ready to make some sense of all this. We'll leave on your word, Outriders.
What the hell is this? I just want to shoot them forever. Damn it. There has to be some loot down here. There's no way the game developers made all these beautiful structures and put nothing here for us to explore and collect. What did I tell you, man? They don't just build beautiful structures that you can explore and just don't put nothing in it. Gotta explore everything. They want you to explore. It is a beautiful world with beautiful architecture. I like the variety of environments in this game though. Looks like a throne. just stashing my weapons so other classes can use them, because I don't need the perks anyway. By the way, if you did pre-order the game and get the Renegade armor from, I think, the Hell's Ranger armor and stuff, do not go in your inbox and collect any of these items until there's some sort of update, because you cannot dismantle them. You see that lock symbol on the top left? That means if you collect them, you cannot basically dismantle them. So if you can't dismantle them, you can't even get these perks. Because that's what I thought. I'll dismantle them and get all the useful perks. Like, these perks are crazy. I don't even have most of them. But it's pointless to do that, because you can't dismantle the weapons either. They'll just waste all this inventory in your stash, and you don't want that. Just a heads up. And what you can do if you're playing multiple accounts, if you want to trade mods over, is just put like a generic, like a really good mod on this generic armor, and trade it into, you know, your other alternate characters, and yeah, and then get them to basically have those perks. Like, I'm talking about universal mods, like not obviously character, like Endless Mass is going to be useless on a trickster, but the Vampiric Mad, that's gonna be, that's gonna be useful. You know what I mean? So like, you can put universal mods. I want to dismantle that and get the Vampiric Mad. So I'll probably do that in another video, but right now I'll just to save you guys some time, just quick select all my legendaries. That's a cool helmet. Damn, that helmet is sexy. Oh man, that helmet looks good. I might keep that because you can upgrade. You can upgrade this. I can upgrade that to you know to an epic if I have the resources, which I do. You're gonna need at least like 50 of these titanium. But I might keep that, man. That looks pretty good, but you know, that's the thing I like about this game. You can upgrade anything. So I can go up to this guy. Where is he? The doctor. Upgrade my gear. And select the helmet. Improve rarity. 50. So it costs 50 and it will give me a secondary mod perk. But I wouldn't do that because 50 is quite a lot. And I've only got 80. But if I do find a higher level version of this, I will definitely keep it, and you know, towards the end game. That's a cool looking helmet. Interesting. If they added transmog to this game, then that'll be it. It'll be crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost dismantled everything. That's a mistake. Don't do that. You only want to select this if you want to sell them so you can get more scrap and buy more legendaries and stuff. You know, you need scrap. But dismantling them, you only get leather and steel for weapons, I suppose. But I just want to dismantle this one for this perk. Almost messed up. Alright, so I got a perk. Rolling increases your armor. I want that perk too. I have both of those perks, so I don't need that. I have both of these too. So if you got alternate characters, you could switch one of these perks, like usually the least useful of the two, and then put another perk, I guess a rare perk on it, and put it in your stash, and then get it to your alternate character so they can have the perks.
There has to be a way inside the ship. I'll radio when I've secured a path.
There's no place beyond the anomaly. Why are we still heading to this stupid ship?
If the signal is shielded from the anomaly inside, it means we can use the uplink in there to contact the Flores. All the supplies, the resources, the tech. We're gonna bring them down today.
Not done going through hell yet. When the pack started to flee the city, Monroy rounded up every last one of them that stayed behind, that were loyal and trusting, and threw them into these labor camps.
What I know of the packs, they could not have survived long in there.
It was all Monroy. When he understood the packs were turning into ferals, he sent out an order to murder them all before they could transform.
All of them.
All but enough to run his camp. diary from Nikolai Galyatkin, Monroy's general. Seems he was overcome with remorse at the end for what he had been a part of. He didn't retreat to the town. He decided to walk away from it. Monroy returned to the city to find it under siege. They battled for days, a complete bloodbath. And then, another storm hit. Monroy's people were decimated. That's when they spotted the Flores in orbit and called for help.
They started broadcasting the signal.
But it couldn't get through. Help never came. Then Monroy ordered a retreat to their ship and locked it down. This time, all we've been through. The battlefields, the jungles, the alien ruins, the desert. Oh, we've lost. I can't believe we're finally here. The goddamn signal I heard the day we landed, and still... none of it makes any sense.
Oh, I think I'm starting to put it all together. The way the Pax controlled the anomaly with their obelisks, they are what kept the planet's energy in check. They were the balance. But when Monroy stopped the Pax from using the obelisks out of pure fear of what he couldn't understand, the anomaly spread like wildfire across the planet. The storms surging out of control, mutating everything.
All this time, they knew we were gonna reach a place beyond the anomaly. Only to find the place it all started. Where Monroy started it. Who the hell were they?
My father told me about the hordes. Thousands climbing over each other, trying to reach the Flores as it launched.
They're the ones who got left behind. And half of them probably slaughtered the rest for a last seat on the caravel. Tanner and Jakob, we all should have been down there with the rest. Hopeless, drowning in chaos. Nothing but dictators and madmen set loose.
If the caravel's engine hadn't exploded and killed most of the Outriders.
We would have been the ones left on Earth. 2 more soldiers in Monroy's damn army. Fighting for any way off the Earth. Coming here to slaughter the Pax. Screwing up the whole damn planet. Before you all ever set foot on it. I'm inside the ship. It's still operational. Whatever's playing the signal, it's in here. Let's finish this together.
Storymode, one way or another.
Despite everything, we've brought the uplink all this way. I wish Jane could see us.
Listen. The signal. We're here. It works. Oh God, it works. Someone hit the lights.
Look. It's exactly as I saw it. As we saw it.
China, that's not real. That's this planet, all right, but it's long gone.
No. No, get the fuck off.
Go away. I'm in no mood for this today.
You okay?
You're here. I had imagined this so many times. But never you.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Monroy?
How? How did this ship get here before us?
How do you think? You people left us to die as the Earth crumbled. But I don't die so easy, do I? No, we built a new engine. An engine that shamed all others before it. So while you were still crawling through deep space, we were already here. Oh, you should have seen it. Their primitive civilization, the natives, they treated us like gods.
Yeah. I've seen what you did to the natives.
I see now. This isn't a rescue. Why didn't you come when we sent out the distress call? Huh? 30 years since the Flores arrived in our skies. 30 years surviving in this hell.
This hell was because of you. My entire life trapped in that valley, slaughtering each other for nothing. You robbed our people of hope before we even got here.
Now, don't flatter yourselves. You were as capable of every wickedness. The Pax weren't as docile as they looked. They had powers. So much power. Things I had to understand.
So you just rounded them up? You tortured them, you son of a bitch.
Are you really so naive? How long before those creatures tired of us? Before they turned against us? They would have had us on our bloody knees. All that I wanted was their powers. For us. For all of us. So that we could survive. So we could be strong. Don't you see? We lost the Earth because we were meant for something more. But for the grace of I go you, my child. Do you think that you would be standing there with the powers of a god if it hadn't been for me? All that I've done for humanity. I saved us.
You cursed us.
But I won.
It's done. Fuck him.
No more wasting time. I have to tap the uplink into the Caravel's power so we can reach the Flores before we...
Shit. You found us. We gotta go.
No, leave me. I have to do this.
Do what you gotta do, Doc. That door won't hold long.
Outrider, if that beast cracks this ship's hull, we lose electronics, we lose the pods, we lose everything.
I'll take care of it. You just get those pods down.
Right, fucker, I'm here. The only one you have to fear is me. to me!
Still transmitting the launch code. Hold on.
Hurry it up!
Zahidi? What's happening in there?
It's working! I've contacted the Flores. Transmitting the first launch codes. Now!
God damn it, Doc! We can't hold them! This place is gonna blow!
Almost there. Almost there!
Zahidi, get out of there! We have to leave!
I can't! I have to transmit the code!
My God! Get me, my God! Get out of there, Zahidi! You'll be trapped!
The pods are more important than me!
Tiago!
Get in! I'm not losing any more friends.
Oh, shit. I guess it's over.
The signal. The uplink. It was all for nothing.
Wait, guys, look. Over there.
The pods? It worked?
You did it.
My God. I guess some of the commands went through after all.
Well, like I always say, it ain't over till it's over. What the hell? Monroy's people?
No. I don't think so.
Who are you?
We're from the war zone. Are you the Outriders?
We heard tales about an altered Outriders, opening the frontier, finding a cure in the forest. We've been following your trail since the war zone.
So, what now? We keep moving.
Yeah, I guess we finally did it. Oh, this bastard! I wonder what's his story, man. He's the only guy who gave our Outrider an L, beat us. So it's like I was kind of thinking he'd be like, you know, the last boss or something of the game, but yeah. I don't know what's going on with his story. I guess he's gonna be he might be like some DLC character or something. That looks like the final boss we just beat. Is he still alive, or is it just another version, another character? Copy and paste these villains.
What? They did it. The fuckers did it.
Well, I guess that's it. We hit the end game. Now it's time for some loot grinding and build videos and tips and tricks that I learned, you know, throughout the playing the campaign. Great game, great game. Despite its shortcomings, it's, you know. Oh, let's skip this shit. Alright, cool. Skip. I hate games where you can't skip the credits.
Outrider, you gave me the opportunity to be the person I want to be. I'd lost who that was, but no more. Thank you. When I left the deserters to join you that day, I did not believe we would make it this far. Even less so after I lost faith in our mission. But you stayed the course.
I guess I'm too stubborn to know when to quit.
I am grateful for it, my friend. Seeing the hope in those people's eyes now, I feel like myself again. However, I don't need to tell you that our journey is not over.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We may have brought the pods down, but they are scattered all over Enoch. We will have to recover them one by one. Finding them won't be easy, and we're not the only ones interested. But I have a proposal for you, Outrider.
Let's hear it.
When you recover a drop pod, bring the resources inside to me. With Bailey's help, I will trade the contents to Juno and Corrigan and your Grand Marshal, Shira. We let them divide the materials, and in return, they ship us gear from their arsenal for our journeys outward.
So I take it you're back with us then, Tiago.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
think the story's done now, you know. So I'm just getting into the end game, and I'll post more videos about builds and stuff like that. I'll catch you guys in the next video anyways. Like and subscribe and watch the other videos. See you guys later.